Our first step is going to be to uninstall any unnecessary programs and Windows features that we're not using. So just go to your control panel, and then down here where it says programs, click on that, and then we're going to click on uninstall a program. Now just go through the list of programs that shows up here, and then just delete any that you know you're not going to use anymore. For instance, I don't want the AST toolbar, so I can click on that and then right click and uninstall. Yes. And it goes through a few steps here. It may ask you for some input. It may not, depending on the program. As you see here, we have a... Okay, so it wants to close the Firefox browser. So you do that and then click OK, and it'll proceed with the install. Okay, and you'll see that one's gone. Now just do the same thing for any you're not using here. For one thing, they take up disk space, and another thing, some of them are going to run in the background and you don't really want them to do that, although we're going to set that up later. So first thing, do that, and only uninstall things that you know that you're not using. Don't uninstall something you're not sure what it is, just in case it's something you actually need and just weren't aware it was installed for you. Okay, so after we've done that, hit the back button here, and then what we want to do is turn Windows features on or off. So click on that. It'll load up the Windows features that you have installed. Might take a minute for that to load. Okay, now you just uncheck any of these that you want to uninstall. So we'll uninstall games because I know I'm not going to use those. Anything else in here that you recognize that you know you're not going to use, you can turn it off, turn the feature off. Now you can always come back in here and turn them back on if you decide that you want the service back. Okay, so just go through and unclick anything that you know you're not going to use anymore. And then when you're done, you just click OK, and it will install or uninstall whatever choices you made. Okay, so you get that window there, and then it finishes up. Okay, and then when you're all done, it just comes back to here. Now, one other thing I should mention that will speed you up. Let's go back into Windows features for a second. I did not want to include this with the general turning off of Windows features because you may not want to turn this one off. And it's the indexing service. Now, if you don't do a lot of searching on your own computer, searching for files and folders using the search function, see up here on the right, you can search through your computer. If you don't use that very much, you might want to turn this off because it does take up quite a bit of overhead. However, if you turn it off and you do a search, it's going to take a long time. So you need to take that into consideration. Okay, so if you don't do a lot of searches, turn off the indexing service. Click OK. Okay, and that's one other thing you can do to speed up your computer. But again, only do that if you are not doing a lot of searches on your computer. Okay, now when you turn off the indexing service, you're going to have to restart your computer. So just be aware of that, and then just click Restart Now. Your computer will restart and the indexing service is turned off.